you were going to use some term, and I was going to say, well, I've now learned that the correct term is variable data. Because I have such deep experience in the printing industry. So specifically, we can tailor that. We can tailor and target the item that you're mailing specifically to the audience that you're trying to engage, personalize it, and make sure that you're engaging them. And again, the print part of your communication is a gut. It's visceral. It communicates tactily.
I think Roger's getting closer.
At a level that seeing an image on a screen as you're scrolling by on your social media feed it just lacks the touch.
Sure. Well, I think that's really awesome. I think Roger's going to hire you.
No, I think that's wonderful. I think I've just found a new co-host for the show.
I know they were picking on Maddie earlier than him, but
Yes. With all the changes that we're having with social media, let me just take a moment out because you did touch on a good spot. We have the visual, because we know now to catch somebody's eyeballs, we got 5 seconds. I'd rather talk to goldfish. I understand they have 8 seconds, so we have that 3-second span to do something with. With now audio capabilities really expanding, and the video market is naturally gone up 72% in the last year. What would you say would be really relevantly important for a small business to really look at when they sit down and look at all these things plus their printed image? Yeah. What would you think would be the key to that to make it work?
Yep. Okay. Very good. I appreciate that, Bill. That's statistics are whatever they are, but it communicates a very specific thought. Part of the discussions that I'm reading as I'm learning this industry is, and I've read this in a couple different places, is in the 20th century, they talked about 7 touches that were needed for an advertising campaign to get a purchase decision. The number they're talking about now is more like 23 touches. 23 before you get a purchase decision. Because the information and the point they're making is the information overload is overloaded, and people are seeing it, but it's not registering. They're hearing it, but it's not registering. And the studies that have these numbers in them then turn around and say, if one of the touches is a print touch, it pulls that number back down into the teens, somewhere around 15.
Wow.
That is amazing.
It's still significantly higher than 10 or 20 years ago.
Yeah, but it's profound at how much of a difference we respond to that touch, that sight, and we kick tires different. I mean, we used to cruise the mall, and we used to just, or we take I'm back in the day of where we'd have the JCPenney's catalog and the Sears catalog, and we would kick the tires that way, and now we go online, or we take a look at advertisement that hits our front door, or something at a trade show that we specifically picked up off of a table. That just goes to show you how strategic, it has to be to catch that person's eye. And if it drops it down to 15, it makes the company's job just a little bit less, harder to reach. And then if you back that up with another printed medium, something else, bam. And another, bam. Before long, I think it would drop it right on down there.
Right. And there's a reason that you still get direct mail in your post office box.
Well, it still works.
Because it still works. Because I would actually go a step further and say that mailer that you're receiving actually counts as 3 touches. Because you take it out of your mailbox and you glance at it and you realize what it is, and you set it on your kitchen table, and you go about your life, and then you say, well, I've got to clean up my kitchen table, and that item is going in the recycle bin. That's the reality.
Right.
But when you pick it up to put it in the recycle bin, you just touched it twice more.
Right.
You've looked at it, yes, this is going in the recycle bin, and then you throw it in the recycle bin. Yeah, there's a reason it still works.
It's interesting, though. It is. I know. I get from the mailbox to we have a long driveway, and there's this great big garbage can. But I get from the mailbox, And usually by the time I get the garbage can, I've had most of it read. I found the coupons that I want and all that. And the rest, it's gone, right? Do not recycle at all. I do not recycle.
Those hot dogs?
No, not at all.
All beef.
All beef, all the way.
Costco dogs.
You never
coupons.
know. No coupons.
You have to have standards.
Yeah, you have to.
We gotta have a standard.
Keith, it's been great having you on the show today. We've
I want to
run
call
out
you,
of time.
Keith.
Okay,
How can I call you?
Minuteman Press in Puyallup is email puyallup@minutemanpress.com. And by phone is 253-841-3161.
Wonderful. We really appreciate you being on the show today. You've answered some of the questions that Candace has been working on. And if you folks out in the listening audience have any comments or would like to ask some more questions, first of all, go to our Facebook page, The Disruptors. I'm getting notes flipped to me here from my assistant. Go to the Facebook page, Disruptors, who she can disrupt you by the way. Leave us a note or a comment, or drop down and go to our email address, yourdisruptors@gmail.com. This wraps up the show today. I got a really wonderful idea. We should have Keith come back again.
I think we should have Keith
and talk about some of the other forms that he can show us how to make up, or other creative ideas with using printing. I'd like to take a moment also to thank our good friend, Ty Belknap.
Thanks, Ty.
We have Ty. He does our introduction for us for the show. And bensoundmusic.com for our intro. So until we see you again, keep on smiling.